going on, everyone? It's your boy Wisco Madman coming at you with another reaction video. So we're going to jump back into some Upchurch vlogs. This one's called Where Creek Squad is Headed in 2023. I just want to throw it out here. Here in 2023, you will no longer be seeing Miss Nala, my little video partner, my adventure partner. She will no longer be in these videos. Yeah, so if y'all are interested in figuring out why or are curious, there's a video on my page. If not, so be it, but I'm not talking about it here. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump up into this one.
What up, Creek Squad? How y'all doing today, baby? First thing I want to say Merry Christmas to all y'all out there.
Hell
I hope
yeah.
y'all are having a blessed day. Whether you got a lot of stuff or a little stuff, I hope y'all are around people that love y'all, and y'all are getting to spend time with those people today. Speaking of Christmas, for the two folks who won the Christmas drawing I did with Father and Son Reaction.
So those of you who are curious at all, for me and Nala went back to see my family for Christmas. So I went back to Wisconsin and we spent, I don't know, 5-6 days, something like that, back in Wisconsin, and we had a good time. So that is what I did for the holidays.
I have my motorcycle helmet, and I have my guitar from the other country boy.
I'm a floor full of ashes in a 90 model car, a couple missing teeth from chewing back a too long.
To the two people that won those things, I'm about to sign these right now and get them ready and packaged up to be sent to you. To Creed and family from a wild desperado, R-H-E-C. Yeah, buddy. And for the guitar, to John Abbott and from the other country boy.
Hell yeah, bro.
Shabam! Also,
Dope.
A little history before I send this off through the mail. This is the guitar that also wrote Heavier Rain. Remember this?
So when you threaten me, it's exciting
Dope!
to see how you think you scared me.
Dope, bro. Dope,
Which I'm probably
dope.
going to drop this song now on YouTube after this video, just because I feel like it. Yeah. Well,
At the time of me listening to it, I've already done a reaction video to Heavier Rain. Dope as fuck, dude. That is super dope. That giving away the guitar that you did 2 songs with. Hell yeah.
I couldn't wait. I went outside, made me a fire, and posted the song. Now, moving on to other things. Give you a little idea of what's going on in my life and what I plan on doing for Creek Squad in 2023, starting today. I'm turning Ghost Ranch into a club.
Hell yeah!
I'm serious. I got 245 acres.
I mean, it makes sense. Apparently, some of the obsessed fucks already know where it is, so there's that. So at this point, it's kind of like, fuck it. If you got people showing up all the time, might as well fucking turn her into a club. They can show up all they want.
It's just sitting here.
I'll probably go eventually, to be honest.
I want to make it something that means something. And I want to make it something that involves y'all. This place means... Dude, this place means more than I can explain to me. And I've read thousands and thousands of messages, you know, of people saying some real from the heart shit to me because of the music. And the music is what bought this place.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel like in my heart, it's only right that I share it by making 2 big-ass clubhouses here. A clubhouse for the dudes, a clubhouse for the chicks. So yeah, a part of this property I'm dedicating to that. And it's
That's
going to be
dope.
for the ones that I know for a fact care about me as much as I care about them. And
That's
don't get it
dope.
twisted, man. This ain't going to be a place
That's
where
dope
you
as
know,
fuck, dude.
you can just buy a subscription and no, you can't even, you won't be able to purchase this. This has nothing to do with money.
I got you.
It has nothing to
I got you.
do with fame. It has nothing to do with any of those things. It's going to be a spot that is dedicated to the people who got me here. It ain't going to be a spot where you can just come bring your four-wheelers and tear up every fucking thing. It ain't going to be a place where you can just bring some drugs and we're going to have a party. No, we ain't having none of that. I want it to be a place like, you know, for people who have been following me for a minute, that's helped me get to where I'm at. You know, when it's holiday time or something, when it's Thanksgiving or Christmas, if you ain't got nowhere to go, then you have somewhere to go. You know, I get a lot of messages from people being like, hey, I'm coming to Nashville for vacation. Do you care if we can meet you somewhere and get a picture? I want it to be a place where I can be like, well, really, I ain't doing nothing right now. If y'all trying to swing by and bullshit for a minute, come on over. Hell, we might kick it, watch a movie. Hell, we might cook something. Might sit by a bonfire, you know. Whatever. We're just gonna wing it. And
Dude, what fucking celebrity do you know that's just like, hey man, come on over? Like, that's what I love about Church. He's so fucking down to earth. He's so like, hey man, I'm just me, dude. Like, I still say hi. I'm still, you know, whatever. Like, I hate to bring this up, but it's on my mind because it's one of the videos I recorded today. Checking out that Nicole Arbor bullshit, and dude, this is the shit that you see from Church. Like, how can you believe a dumb bitch like that? This is the kind of shit that makes me see, like, god damn, dude, this is who Church is. Like, I can't believe that kind of shit. Like, sure, I know he's got a bit of a temper here or there about shit that he gives a fuck about. I do too. But, like, that's part of life. That's part of being a human being, is emotion. If you don't try to see through it and you only get scared by the reactions or the... Ain't none of that shit scare me, dude. Like, if you try to understand people, you see past that. This is truly the fucking... God. I feel like there's more to say about it, but this is really Church being down to earth. This is really Church giving a fuck about his fans. Love you for that, Church, man. I really do.
times when I felt like I had nobody, a lot of y'all have made me feel like I have somebody. A lot of times when I've been under heavy fire or people trying to drag me through the mud, make me feel like shit, fucking cancel me, taking me to court, you know, I've had a lot of people jump ship.
You know, what you're talking about right now, like all the shit that you've been through and like statements like I just made are what pushes you through. Like, man, it's because you are who you are, dude. Like, this video, like, just this little conversation you're having here is just showing the true genuineness of you as a person. And I'll just keep it playing because I could go on for days about this shit, man.
Even family members jump ship. But some of y'all, when I've had 5 knives in my back, y'all pulled 2 of them out and chased the other person to go put them back in the person that put them in my back. Metaphorically speaking, metaphorically.
You know, what I will say in addition to that then, because you just keep on saying shit that I have thoughts on, is that's basically what I was trying to do by checking out that video from Nicole when she says some shit. Because I was like, all right, you know, like, I'm going to hear her side out because that's the kind of person I am. I try to hear both sides of a story. And even though I really trust Church, like, still try to hear 2 sides of a story, even though it turned out to be bullshit. But, yeah, dude, that's ultimately what I made that video about. as I heard more bullshit. Like, I called it out as it was, because when people come firing shots at church, like, dude, you, if you know who he is, and I feel like I do, because I've been following him plenty long enough to know who he is. Like, been following him since shortly after RHEC, like the Vine days, that kind of shit. And man, he's done nothing but show us the genuine person he is since the start. Made dope music, he's made us laugh, he's made us feel like there's somebody that can make it to that level that gives a fuck. There's a lot of people that make it to that level that don't. They're just in it for the money. And Church is kind of one of those people. He reminds me of the King Solomon stories. You know, the I forget what book in the Bible that is. It was one that my uncle suggested or my great uncle, I can't remember. Anyway, one of my cousin, that's what it was. One of my cousins recommended to me. He's older than me, so I was thinking uncle, but one of my cousins suggested to me is Ecclesiastes, and you know, I can't say I remember it verbatim, but like, dude, basically the story of King Solomon, with the part that I'm pulling from, is he has all this money, he has all the girls, he has all the material things that he could want in the world, and he still is trying to understand the meaning of life, still trying to, what's the point kind of thing, and Church kind of reminds me of that in his own way, I guess. I wouldn't really say to the extent that he was greedy to get all that stuff in the first place, because I don't believe he was. But he's kind of at this point where he's just proving, like, you can have all the money in the world. Like, he's plenty secure. And, like, what's the point of all of it other than to try to pay back my fans? Other than to try to pay back the people that got me here. And that's just more examples of the genuine fucking person he is. So, Miss Arbor, the more bullshit that you come out with, and to anybody else that's coming at him, but the more bullshit you come out with and say, like, oh, he's this angry, evil person. Hello? You can have an anger issue here or there, and maybe everybody, not maybe, everybody has shit to work on, especially you, Miss Arbor. But you can't do shit like he does and not have people recognize that you are really, truly a genuine fucking person. You truly give a fuck about other people. The proof is in what he does, man.
Y'all really made my life worth waking up for. Like, y'all have given me a purpose to, like, keep going. And earlier in the video when I said, dude, when I feel a certain...
Yo, again, I'm interrupting again. A purpose to go forward. That's what I'm going off of here. You and MGK. And MGK's kind of gone off on he's on a little bit of a different path. Still follow him, but Church means more to me now, I'd be honest. But that's also because Church comes from a similar spot than me. I wasn't really a city hood boy, so I mean, little difference in whatever. But MGK was probably just a hair before Church in my finding music, in order of who I found first. And going forward, like, I was going through hard times, and MGK's music helped me a lot with that. Church's music has helped me a lot with that. Like, pushing on, pushing through, and hoping for better days. So when you say, oh, how did you say it exactly? Pushing on or whatever. We'll go back just like 10 seconds here, guys.
Purpose to, like, keep going.
Purpose to keep going. So it was partially cut, but that gets the point. Like, I'll be honest, like, when I moved to Denver, it wasn't necessarily the happiest of circumstances. I was going through a breakup and I felt like there was no purpose in my life. So you got me through some hard times. We might give you some purpose, but bro, you give a lot of people purpose. You really do. And I'm going to hit play before I tear up too much saying that shit.
Earlier in the video when I said, dude, when I feel a certain way, I see like an image in my head. And over the years, you know, between my job and, you know, what I am to the music industry and you guys, y'all have made me feel like I'm this indestructible motherfucker just standing in the middle of the road. And
fuck yeah.
Everybody who's tried to fucking get rid of me and, you know, try to discredit me and stuff.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm just in the street, right? And it's just all these fucking bullets just like bouncing off me and shit. I'm just like laughing at them, blood's coming out of my fucking mouth.
Keep on pushing
Hit me
on,
and I'm just
man.
laughing
Keep
at
on
them.
pushing on.
That's how I feel. Because of y'all.
Hell yeah.
People's champ type shit, you know? I don't have it all the way figured out yet, but I don't have to have it all the way figured out to start building it and constructing it. But I've got some ideas. And I ain't talking about ideas about like, oh, well, we should have this kind of carpet and stuff. No, I ain't talking about none of that.
Ideas on what to do
Boy's
next,
a beast
dude.
with design and stuff. Don't worry about it.
It's before he says it, I'll just kind of say it. Like, it's coming up with different ideas for what's next in your journey. What are you going to create next? What are you going to do next? What are your goals? I'll just say flat out, like in my case, and this isn't everything because you don't give away all your secrets, but like in my case, there are several things that I want to do, but having independence, being able to go skiing when I want, being able to go to the mountains when I want, go hiking mountains when I want. I've already done some of it, to be honest, and this may seem simplistic, but I used to be shackled by a job that, although it created many opportunities for me, eventually it made it so I literally could not go too far from home because I was on call at all times. Like, never really truly a day off. There might have been times where I took a day off, and then there's always that chance you get a call, but I digress. Regardless, the point is, I've already moved a little bit to a different job lane where I can go to the mountains when I want. I can, you know, when it's the weekend, it's the fucking weekend. I can go do shit. I'm not used to that. Like, holidays, like, what the fuck is that? I'm not used to that shit either. But, you know, so I created a little bit of the freedom there. But other freedoms are, you know, getting a house, having, and that's another basic thing that a lot of people aim for, but having a property in which I can have a dog that can roam around wherever and, have freedom theirself and develop businesses, own multiple properties, rent them out. I'm in the Denver area, so that's something that I've taken steps to learn more about the industry and be able to take advantage of that. The market's going down as we speak, which is perfect for me to get into it. There's some other business ideas. Don't give away all your secrets. So regardless, that's like, I get the vision. I get the pushing on. Like, there are future things that I have in mind. There really are. And guys like Church inspire me for that shit. They really do. So, Church, I get the planning and next stepping, and I'm not as far as you, but I'm shooting for things, you know?
About that. I'm talking about for real ideas. Like, check this out. Here's one of my ideas. Once a year, I want to do an album that I don't spend.
And well, one of the other things that I can say too, like, I didn't mention the helping people. Like, that's a big part. I hate that I forgot to say that, but like, just because I talk about some of these material things, like, that's really where the bigger inspiration from Church comes, is being able to make enough money to possibly employ people, but also, like, I don't trust charities. I don't trust 501 C's and shit like that, like nonprofits, because in a lot of cases, I see wastefulness. I've done volunteer work working at the food bank and whatnot, where I watched them throw away well over $1,000 worth of food because it was going bad because poor management and whatnot. Like, these are things. That's just one example, but I've seen multiple things throughout my life and heard about, like Goodwill CEO making hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars a year. Yeah, that's a name drop on a company, my bad. But these are just the examples. So charity's another thing that I really want to do, is start a charity and aim it towards helping people, and really making sure the corruption stays out of it. And if I ever do own a business where I employ multiple people, like paying those people in a way that makes it possible for them to live and not have to worry about pushing for overtime. Like, you work your 40 hours, you can afford a fucking house and shit like that. Like, these are all different inspiration. I could go on forever.
Any of the money.
But
It's
church is
only
the reason
used
for that.
For holidays, for like, single parents and stuff like that, where we can take that money and we can use it to buy kids Christmas presents, or buy, Thanksgiving, or even if, somebody that, is Creek Squad, maybe their kid did good in school and the parents don't have enough to send their kid to college. Well, guess what? We'll be sending that kid to college.
Yeah!
Wherever he wants to go.
Hell
For whatever
yeah,
he wants to
motherfucker.
be. I want to make some moves like that. But on the other side of things, I want to have a fucking huge garage where we all like build shit together and have fun. I got that big ass pond down there. Shit, bro, we can fucking, hey, you ever seen a pond have a wraparound porch? You finna to. A surround sound pond with a wraparound porch where you could just kick it and talk about life and go fishing. Yeah. Connected to our hangout building, we can have a fucking art gallery with a bunch of cool stained glass windows where you just can go in there and get a canvas and fucking paint and fucking jam out the music. I could sit here and talk about these crazy ass ideas I got for.
I gotta say, that's one of the things I love watching with your shit too. Like when you did them paint videos and shit. Like, bruh, I can't paint for shit. I can't draw. Like, I'd be that motherfucker if it goes past stick figure. Like, you be seeing blobs and shit.
Hours, because I got a fuck ton. But what I'm getting at is I wanted to meet every spectrum of Creek Squad. So this hangout spot, if you are allowed to come here, it's got something for you. So yeah, thank y'all for everything y'all have done for me. Thank y'all for pushing me this far. This has been my job for coming up on a decade, and it's thanks to y'all. So I want to give thanks back to y'all. So let's do this shit. But anyway, y'all have a good rest of y'all's day. I love you guys, and Merry Christmas. What up, Creek Squad?
So, I will conclude with this. There's not much else to say other than thank you, church, for the motivation you've given me. Dude, you've done a lot. You really have. And I want you to know, on top of the probably hundreds, if not thousands of people that you've helped, maybe millions, you've helped me a lot. You've given me inspiration, and you've really inspired me for this channel, like to keep on pushing with that, no matter what the numbers are. Like, a lot of inspiration with pushing on with that, and you really set an example to push forward in any of my goals. So thank you for that. Thank you. This has been your boy Wisco Madman. Go ahead and hit that like button down below, y'all. Thank you guys for commenting, sharing, subscribing, and I'll check you out. Or you can, maybe if I could talk, you can check me out on Twitter, Instagram, Clapper, Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, YouTube, the whole 9 yards. Your boy Wisco Madman on all platforms. Thank y'all for watching. Catch you on the next one. Peace.